Niemeyer, and I am Judy's daughter, and I am helping her out with putting together some videos on how to use the Quiltworx Bali Pops strip sets, because she's flying all over the country teaching, and she'll be gone for a few weeks, and these quilts are ready to go on trunk show. So today I'm going to talk to you about the flowers for my wedding ring. This is probably the quilt that inspired the whole concept of the Quiltworx Bali Pops, because we ran out of cover sheets and we needed to make a new sample. And Judy talked to Hoffman Fabrics about that and said it would be great if we could put together a set of 48 Bali Pops instead of 40. And they said, well, you know, maybe that's something we can do. Would you like to pick the fabrics? So she went through the process of picking the fabrics, and Hoffman worked with us throughout the summer of 2013 to put together packages. There's 2 of them, Quiltworx Bali Pops strip sets. Each set has 48 fabrics, and each strip in both of the packages is different. So when you put together a quilt such as the one that you see on the wall here, it's going to have ring sets that are based on 96 different fabrics. For the flowers for my wedding ring, we put these together so that the strip sets are sorted into ring color groups. Now, the ring color groups are based on the directions in the pattern, and what they require is a group of 8 fabrics sorted from light to dark. And the great thing about the Quiltworx Bali Pops is that they are already sorted. So you just need to open the package, pick up the first 8 strips in each group, and that's ring color set number 1. Then you go to your next 8 fabrics. That's ring color set number 2. And it's really easy to see, even if you don't want to count up 8 on each fabric, because the top color is the darkest color and the bottom color is the lightest color. And so you can easily see where one ring color group starts and the other ring color group ends. So there are 6 groups of 8 in each of these ring color sets. For the flowers for my wedding ring quilt, you need to complete the rings for the quilt on the cover, which is 4 rings this way and 5 rings down. You need 7 ring color sets. So you need to go through and decide what your favorite ring color sets are from all of the ones that you have in your group, and you find those 7, and then you're going to take the rest of your ring color sets and you're going to put them into a bag called bag number 3 according to your pattern, and those are saved for later in the quilt to create the geese that go around the border. So set everything else aside in bag number 3, and these are the ring color sets that I just picked as we were talking here. And you're going to take those, and then there's another video that we've put out that talks about the next step. It's on our YouTube page, but essentially it takes each of these strip sets and sorts them so that you can take them with your foundation units for your arcs to the sewing machine and begin sewing. Very fast. This process used to take people hours in order to put their ring sets together and pick out all their fabrics and sort them out from light to dark and get this prepped. As you can see, it took us 20 seconds to pull the ring color sets apart, and then it takes about 5 minutes to prep each one of those ring color sets for sewing to get to the machine. So once you've gotten your 7 strip sets and you have sewn up your rings, the next thing you're going to do is go to bag number 3, which is full of the remaining ring color sets, and I highly recommend keeping these in order. Don't just throw them in the bag and let them get all mixed up, because the next step is how you put together the geese along the outside. Now, you have 5 ring color sets left over. You only need to use 3 of those to complete the geese around the corner. So in our particular case, you know, Judy picked 3 sets that were more greens and teals and purples, and she used those, and then she sorted them. She just took her, so I'm going to set this one to the side. So she took her lights and she put her lights all together, and then she, you know, took the next row and put those all together, and then when she cut out her triangles, that told her, that automatically kept all of her geese in order so that she could go from lightest over on this side to the darkest colors over on this side. And then she sewed up a series of strips that were light here, down to dark, light to dark, and light to dark on all 4 corners. If you want, you can pick and choose from some of your leftover strip sets in order to create that or get a little bit more color. The other thing you can do with these 2 leftover strip sets is use them to build the corner pieces. In this quilt, we actually picked out 4 different colors, I think, to complete the corner pieces. You can pick those out of these ring sets if you want, or you can pick separate fabrics. It's up to you. So that's how you use the corner or the Bali Pop strip sets to make the flowers for my wedding ring quilt. And then I'm going to talk to you for just a couple more minutes about background colors, and then we'll talk about applique. So we have a handout on our Quiltworx Bali Pops page that has a series of background color groupings that will work with these strip sets. They're in a variety of different colors, and there's also some JPEG drawings that we put together electronically that change the color of the background to roughly match these. I'll provide some information at the end of the video on how to get those, how to get access to those pictures so you can decide which one you like the best. But in general, these strip sets have so much color in them that if you want a green quilt, you simply need to go pick out your green background colors and use those in place of the yellows. This is the grouping that we used for the quilt that you see on the wall. But as you can see, you could do it in browns, peaches, purples, blues, greens. You could also grab 4 blues, or let's see, how many do we need here? I think we need 6. So there's 6 background fabrics, so you could pick 3 blues and 3 purples, or 2 blues, 2 purples, and 2 greens to come up with a nice variety in the background. It's completely up to you, whatever color of quilt you're thinking you want. Really, the key there is to use the proper background colors. If you want white, you could go and look at the solids collection and see if there's some more white colors that seem to, you know, match what you're more interested in better. But we put together some groupings to kind of explain to everybody how they might go about getting the quilt in the colorway that they want using these strip sets. And then finally, we took the step to create laser cut fusible applique to complete the applique that you see on this quilt. Now, Judy's been using the same applique for a wide variety of quilts that we've been designing for years, and she does a turn under direction, which is also included in the pattern along with layouts if you want to still do turn under for your applique. But we've provided another option, which is fusible. These have been pre-cut with a laser, so every piece is cut exactly the same, and they are all cut to match the colors that are in the applique that you see on the quilt. So in general, your flowers should basically look like the ones that you see on the quilt if that's the look that you're going for. There's 4 different packages. One is called Tropical Gardens, and that is these Bird of Paradise flowers. There's one called the Lily Patch, and it's a group of lily flowers. There's a group called Alpine Meadows, which includes this flower here, which we're calling the bitterroot, a daisy, and a, well, I don't remember what all the different, these are wild roses. And then there's one more, the lupin, which is this flower here. And then we have the desert blossom, and the desert blossom has 2 cactus type flowers One is called the Candy Barrel Cactus, and that's this one here. And then we have one called the Texas Bluebonnet, and that one is this design right here. So all of those flowers can come in a package, and we've actually come up with a number of pre-kitted options because this quilt uses more than just one package of each of these. And so we have kits put together. We have 4 different options that will either do just one corner of applique, one corner that has more flowers, and then a third corner that has even more flowers, and then we have the 2-corner applique available. Now these are available either at your local quilt shop or at Quiltworx.com. You can order the full kits or you can order your packages individual. If you want a full package but you want to add some additional flowers, you can buy both types, and feel free to just play with the layout. One thing I will say is that we didn't have the full packages available when Judy did the applique. And so there's some additional pieces in a couple of these, so you're going to actually have a few more pieces to play with. You'll create the same number of flowers, but the few additional pieces really come in the version of leaves. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and we're excited about the flowers for my wedding ring quilt, the Quiltworx Bali Pops, and the Impressions, and we hope that you'll come back for more.